it's Drina from Drina's Haven 916 and Alternative Life Solutions. Listen, I have something I want to bring to your attention. First, let's make the disclaimer. This video is not intended for kids, children. This video is intended for parents, mothers, fathers, extended parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, mentors, and those of you who are in the care of children. As you can see from the title of the video, you may be asking yourself, what is she talking about? Why in the world, or what in the world is a VOOTY call? Well, you know, we all know what a booty call is. A booty call, of course, is a sexual summons. And it can be from the male or the female. And if you go back, if you read the Bible, if you don't read the Bible, you might want to Google, I believe it was 1st or 2nd Samuel, and it talks about David and Bathsheba. And David pretty much summoned Bathsheba, and it was ultimately what we call in our present day a booty call. Well, this is the new age, the new technology age, and the pandemic has forced us to lessen our togethers and hanging out with one another, our friends and loved ones, family, friends. Although, you know, the stores and restaurants and things are opening back up, but since the pandemic, most of our children have been doing social distancing. They've been going to school online and communicating with their friends via Google chat rooms, Facebook chat rooms, and FaceTime, and all these different group chats. So as a parent, it is my responsibility to stay on top of what it is that my child is doing. I have 5 children. 3 are biological, 2 are extended from my previous relationship. So I want to bring to your attention, my friends, what I came up with this term, Vlooty Call. So it's basically a booty call. However, it is on video, whether it is by FaceTime, Facebook Messenger, Zoom, or any type of platform where your child has access to video. If your child has access to make a video call, and I'm talking about the ages where their hormones are raging and they are crossing over from childhood into young adulthood, and they don't get to go out, date, court, and all of that like we used to do back in the day, you know, before the pandemic. And even when we were younger, we didn't really have access to cell phones and things like that. It was like, you know, we had a house phone, and at best we had two-way and three-way, and where we used to do the chats, the chat rooms and things like that. So foolery going on with these kids, and I'm just telling you because I'm really into parental controls. I'm into giving my daughter her privacy at a certain extent. I don't, you know, I give her a little room and I give her some rope. At the same time, it's my responsibility to make sure that she's safe. And, you know, since the kids are going to school online, and we as parents and caregivers are working, and we can't really monitor what they're doing because, you know, they used to go to school and the teachers were monitoring what they were doing. So now they're kind of like babysitting themselves, you know, if you will. So I want parents and adults to be aware of the way that these kids are getting together. They don't have to meet up with one another. It is as simple as creating a Zoom room, a WebEx room, a Duo, and many, many more. Instagram, you can video chat they can video chat via Instagram. Any kind of way that they can video chat, they are video chatting, and they're creating groups. And I want you to be aware that, especially for our young girls, our females, even though they're at home, there's a lot at stake for when they move forward in life regarding their self-esteem and their self-worth, and saving themselves for marriage and saving themselves for their life partner. A Vlooty call is simply a booty call, but on video. So yes, it has been brought to my attention that someone very dear to me was crying, young lady crying and upset because her alleged or so-called boyfriend was upset because she would not send him a racy photo. So this is how they're getting down. And listen, it's uncool. So have a chat with your kids. Check their social media. Find out what platforms they're using, create a profile, friend request them, put the parental controls. There's YouTube for kids, there's Messenger for kids, and it's our responsibility to make sure that they're safe, because there's a lot of pedophiles out there that are posing as kids, but they're really not kids. They're grown people, grown men and grown women, and our kids think that everybody is their friend. So they're exploring themselves, and they, just because they don't get to hang out with one another like they used to, doesn't mean that their hormones are not raging. It doesn't mean that they are not curious. So Vlooty calls are happening. So, they're going on video chats and exposing their bodies and their body parts, and being encouraged to touch their body parts, and have these sexting sessions. And you don't want that. You don't want that for your child. And they may think that, well, I'm not with the person physically, so I'm really not doing anything wrong. But we know as adults, what we put out there is just out there, regardless if you delete it or try to recall it or whatever. It's out there. And your child could be the next president of the United States, the next vice president, senator, congressman, congresswoman, or whatever. And all these things that they're doing could possibly come back to bite them, let alone how it makes them feel afterwards. And it's very important, you all, that even though it may sound funny, a Vlooty call, take it serious. Take it serious. Talk to your children. Let them know that it is not okay to expose themselves on a video message or a video chat. And I'm going to try to keep this as PG as possible. But I think you get my drift. And just don't be a Vlooty call. Don't allow your children to get caught up and being a Vlooty call, because it's not cool. You wouldn't want them to be a booty call, and so you don't want them to be a Vlooty call. All right. That's what I have to say about that. And you have that conversation with your kids. This is Drina from Drina's Haven 916 and Alternative Life Solutions, and I'm coming at you with sincerity. Sincerity in my heart. This is not meant to be funny. It is not a joke. This is something that needs to be talked about. And, you know, leave your comments in the comment section. And then you can also send me an email if you want to talk further about it. All right. I love you all. Have a blessed day, morning, afternoon, or evening on purpose, wherever you might be in the world. And I'll talk to you later.